you very much, MC, and thank you to everyone here. Just as the MC rightly said, I came in place of Honorable Yadom Boache, the former NUCS president for the National Union of Ghana Students. When he gave me the nod, he told me to choose a topic to share with you. And personally, with my experience in finance and that of business, I chose to share with you leadership, blending it with financial literacy. So I usually say that the ability to understand and effectively use various financial skills, including personal financial management, budgeting and investment, is centered as a leader, because as a leader you need to have that kind of mindset. You need to have that kind of tenacity to understand and manage your finances well. This is where people will now appreciate you as a leader, because there are certain things, certain decisions that you have to make that will involve money, and so it matters in our lives. Personally, I say that leadership is the art of social influence, motivating a group of people to act towards achieving a common purpose through vision, inspiration, and strategic direction. And so as a leader, you cannot influence people without having a plan. You cannot influence people without you having that kind of vision for them to work towards it. And so it is prudent, as young leaders gathered here, we have or we embody this kind of attitude. Just as I mentioned, I did a certain research about America. In the year 2022, there was something that happened that I want to share with you. The Bank of America conducted a survey, and per their findings, they came out that 63% of Americans were living paycheck to paycheck. The meaning is that as and when they get paid or they receive their salaries, most of them spend all the money waiting for the next month to come in order to be able to survive. This habit is currently, happening to most Ghanaians, and we are student leaders and our students gathered here. And that is why it is very important for us to understand money and its mindset. As I was preparing, as I told you, leadership in personal finance is very, very key. All leaders here need to understand how to manage their finances. And so I use my institution, for instance. Our SRC president will always call me, because I understand money. When he wants to take any financial decisions, he always consults. How should we do this? How should we do this? That is all about leadership in finances. So I just want to tell you, sitting here, that for you to be able to lead and lead well, you need to also understand your financial management, how you spend and how you are able to generate money, whether you are serving the SRC or any organization you are leading. It is prudent for you to know all these things. Quickly, let me take you back to the era of Babylon, where I want to make reference to George S. Clason in his book popularly known as The Richest Man in Babylon. In The Richest Man in Babylon, there was a man called Akkad, and this Akkad was a worker in a low-paying job. And for him, because he was working in a low-paying job, he wasn't having enough to even survive, and with his family members to even survive on the amount of money that he received every month. So what Akkad did was to consult one person who had established himself when it comes to finances. And this is what the person told him. He gave him an advice as to how he can multiply the little money that he gets in order to be able to amass wealth for himself. Akkad went, and what the interesting thing is that he was able to put this into practice. Akkad, who was very poor, now became the richest man in Babylon. Friends went to him some day to ask him some questions as to how he was able to, amass that kind of wealth, because it was unimaginable. He told them 7 cures of killing a lean pest, and that is what I want to share with you. The first one happens to, he said, that for you to be able to rubbish all these lean pests and for you to be able to escape this poor financial decisions, one thing you need to do is to start by your purse flattening. This is the meaning. Now you will get your pay. Always you put your money in your purse, thinking that the money is yours. So you spend all the money. For you to be able to do this, reduce it. Now save 10% of every money that you receive. You have to save it for you to be able to start a certain foundation for your financial wealth. So I want to tell you sitting here that you need to start. If you haven't started, start by saving every 10% of any money that you receive. In doing so, you are building a certain strong foundation for your financial freedom in the future. Also, you have to also control your expenditure. That is the second cure. You have to control your expenditure. Make sure that your expenses does not exceed 90% of the money that you receive. Also, you need to multiply your gold. In multiplying your gold, you have to do with the amount of money that you get. After saving that 10%, you need to put it into an investment for the money to work for you. There is a compounding effect of this. In doing so, it is going to help you to be able to escape this financial distress. Another thing is, the fourth one is guide thy treasures from loss. When you are saving, you need to make sure you escape or avoid those get-rich-quick schemes. Most of us want to go into betting, and so the little that you have, by the time you realize, you have lost them. So make sure you have that willpower to avoid those get-rich-easy or get-rich-quick schemes in order to escape financial, misfortunes and those things. The fifth one is make thy dwelling place a profitable investment. Get into fixed assets. Get into something tangible that can also help you to secure your life. As we are growing, if you get the opportunity to build a house, build it for yourself. It is a security for yourself. It is going to serve as a standing point for you to escape those expenses we pay for landlords. We pay to enrich others. We need to have a plan to seize those things. Also, ensure a future income. And that is the sixth one. When you have all these things, what you need to do is to ensure that in future, plan for your retirement. What are you going to do? Make sure you have a proper plan as a leader in order to be able to withstand the unknown hardship that is ahead of us. Moreover, the last one on the cure is to increase your ability to earn. Enter into multiple streams. Get into different businesses. Do it and take risk. In doing so, this is going to help you. In a book by James Clear, which is the Atomic Habit, he made a certain point that we need to understand. He talks about the habit of compounding effect. And so if you are doing this, applying the law of these things, the law of financial management in your life, you need to automate it. In automation, we are looking at a point whereby if it is about saving, you negotiate with your bank. It is not you who is going to now deposit the money into your savings account or invest it. Automatically, they will invest it for you. And automation also removes or eliminates that kind of decision fatigue. And so, my dear students, leaders here, because of the time, I don't want to bombard you with a whole lot of things, but I want to speak to a mind. I want to speak to an individual who is poised to effect a change in your society. That for you to be able to lead and lead your people well, understand your financial management very well. so that in the near future you can impact life and we will be able to transform our generation into a better future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And